Good evening and welcome to the FIBA Women's Basketball World Cup here in Sydney, Australia. It's Group A, Game Day 3 action. Bosnia and Herzegovina taking on Korea. Both teams looking for their first win in this year's World Cup, but also in history for them. First up right now, we are seeing the fans who have made it maybe all the way from Korea, if not who live here in Sydney cheering on this Korean team. They are obviously missing a big player in Park who is not here with them. Shona Thorburn alongside Zania Stewart. What do Korea need to do tonight to get that big win, historical win?
Yeah, big win. Both teams looking for their first win. Like you said, well, what's great is one of them are going to win tonight, so that's good. But Park Ji-jung, for me, 14 points against China and then 9 against Belgium. They lost big to China, 107-44, and then lost to Belgium, 61-84. Man, they need to be a bit better. In my opinion, they had the drive and the kick all the time, but sometimes they drive in and they look to pass out. They just need to go for the layup.
Well, you said it, Azania. One team for sure is going to win tonight and make history at the World Cup. Who will it be? On the other side, Bosnia and Herzegovina, they did not look great in that opening game against Puerto Rico. I thought they looked better against China. They still lost by a lot. What did they need to do to get the win?
Yeah, they lost 82-59 to Puerto Rico, real sluggish, but Jonquil Jones had just come off the plane, and then they lost to China 98-51, but they looked much better. They looked like the Bosnia-Herzegovina that we knew, and then Jonquil Jones right there on your camera, she had 15 points, 8 rebounds that game, and then the second game versus China, 17 points, 9 rebounds. She's the only player in double figures for Bosnia, so we've spoke about them having somebody to step up. Who's that going to be? I don't know.
Yeah, absolutely. You said they need more than just one person to help them win at this level. It's just not possible. There you see Coach Goran Loyo on your screen. Looks a little nervous. They have an opportunity tonight. Both these teams, I think, actually equally match up to each other. It is the third game in as many days. That is not easy at this kind of a level of competition.
No, you're right, and that is tough, and that's going to be a big factor. We saw just even last night, shots falling short for different teams.
So there you see Group A, USA beat China in a hard-fought game, 77-63. Right now, Bosnia and Herzegovina coming up against Korea and Puerto Rico and Belgium tonight. I mean, you said they played better, and they still lost by China by almost 50 points. Well, there, right now, USA have clinched their spot. China 2-1, Belgium 1-1, Puerto Rico, both these teams looking to see who can win. We'll take a quick break for the national anthems.
My name's Eden and you're on One Goal Country. I hope you enjoy tonight's game.
Now, the national anthem of Republic of Korea. And the national anthem of Bosnia and Herzegovina.
Well, the players weren't singing, but some of the fans here definitely were Azania.
Yeah.
And Bosnia have had a great fan support in all of their games, and they're out here today ready to hopefully will their team to that historic win.
Right, and they're singing loud and proud, and as they should. It's an honor to wear your country across your chest.
Well, the referees for tonight's game in the middle, the crew chief, Julio Cesar Anaya Friel, Zhang Yu, and Ariadna Chueca Moreno. So congratulations to those three for also participating and making it to this event. They are evaluated all year long, and it is not easy.
It's not. It's not an easy gig, you're right, because there's a lot of pressure, and also, you know, as we see the starting lineups for Korea. Go ahead.
Well, not a big surprise. Kang, Park, Kim, and the captain, Kim Danby there, number 23. You mentioned it, they're a kick, penetration and kick type team, and they're fast. And 3 games in a row, I think we're gonna see some, well, we saw tired legs from Bosnia on game day 1. Let's see if those legs have woken up here on game day 3. So for Bosnia and Herzegovina, we have Dureira, the captain, Knesevic, Elise, Tavic, and Jones. That's the same starting lineup that we have seen the first 2 games.
Yeah, you're right. For me, Milica Diora, she had 8 points in the first game and just is not finding herself offensively. Obviously, a lot goes around Jonquil Jones, but for me, these other girls have to hit shots. Jonquil Jones brings a lot of attention on the defensive end. She draws doubles, sometimes even triples, and they have to be ready to shoot the shot every single time, or
well,
even cut.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's the TISO countdown, just under a minute here. I'm sure Coach, there you see the Korean coach, Coach Jung Sunmin. She was a player. She's played at the highest level as well, and now she's coaching, and I'm sure she wants to get that win under her belt for this Korean team. We mentioned it. They are missing Jisoo Park, who, a WNBA caliber player.
Yeah. Taller than 5'10" is their average right now. They really lose some height without Park. And there's Coach...
and Goran Loyo from Bosnia and Herzegovina. And you know, you mentioned it, they have a lot that goes through Jones, but someone else needs to average in double figures.
Yeah, and they haven't had anyone yet average in double figures. We saw Tavic, number 24, have a great game against China. She had 10 points and was she had that great, actually, well, she had that great half-court shot, which was a 10-9 on the highlights, earlier. Top 10 plays. So, but she was feeling good, and she needs to assert herself early too.
You saw it quickly, both these teams not averaging a lot of points, and it's because their players aren't scoring a lot. You know, we need someone to step up other than the stars, or it's going to be an incredibly defensive game. We'll find out very shortly. Good evening and welcome to the FIBA Women's Basketball World Cup here in Sydney, Australia 2022. Bosnia and Herzegovina taking on Korea, and they win the jump ball, and Jonquil Jones gets off to a hot start.
Well, we've seen that just yesterday. She gets that 3-point shot right from the get-go, and she looks good to me.
Well, Kim Danby trying to get something going. I talked about it. They like to penetrate and kick, and that's going to be a travel called against Park.
Going a little bit too quick for her own good, but good solid defense from Bosnia and Herzegovina.
And Tavic is able to go all the way down the middle of the key.
And I was able to hear that on the mic, but Jonquil just told her, you got it, go off the pick and roll, go. Because they're so worried about Jones. You're wide open.
And Park penetrates, finds Kim. Her three-point shot is up and off, though. And now Bosnia running. Nice extra pass to Knežević. And she's had a slow start to this tournament. She had a wonderful Eurobasket last year.
Yeah.
And hasn't found her rhythm.
Yeah, known as Babbage, got married over the summer. You're right, I don't think she's got into her flow.
And that three-point shot is off the front of the iron. So now Jones going coast to coast. She stops, she pops, and well off the mark. She's so tall and has such a high shot release.
Yeah, it's
that
really,
you can't block her.
Block it, no.
You got to get the ball out of her hands early, right? Especially in that kind of a situation.
Yeah, and she's dangerous in transition when she brings up the ball like a point guard, really. We call them point forwards, is what we call
Point forwards? Okay.
Yeah.
And it's going to be an unsportsmanlike foul, I believe. And it's going, there you go. So it's an unsportsmanlike foul going against number 10 from Korea, Kim So-dam. So 2 shots and the ball for Bosnia. And this is the kind of start that I really think they need also because it's going to give them confidence the rest of the game.
Yeah, I would have to agree with you. If they can start off well, this really can just build momentum. And then also to see the ball go through the rim. And I spoke about Tavic having to step up. She had 10 points just yesterday. Shona, wow. It's crazy. This is their 3rd game in 3 days, ladies and gentlemen. This is a really tough tournament. It's, it's hard. And especially Junko Jones, who's having to play a lot of minutes. It's good that Tavic is stepping up.
Well, they go back inside to Jones, and not much there Korea can do, as you see Jin An picking up her first foul. I mean, it's just, they are missing so much height, not having Park Ji-soo.
Yeah, that's a big miss from her. She is their WNBA star.
Averaged just under 15 points in the World Cup qualifiers. That happened in February. We did hear that she was injured, correct?
Yeah.
Jones.
In the press conference, that is a foul. It's a good call, referee. They can't handle, that's in there. They can't handle the strength of Junko Jones. Mother of Dragons, they call her. I was always like, where did she get the name from? But their team name is the Dragons, right? Lady Dragons. Like the Opals from the Australians. What are the Canadians called?
Not Maple Leafs.
Oh.
So Jones kicks it out to Tavic. She's going to have to create. Shot clock's winding down. She lets the 3 go, and that's off the mark. But Elise there fighting for the offensive rebound. And she passes. That was a pass, folks, into Jones. So a nice pass and finish by Jones.
Nice. Really good teamwork there. Jones had the seal. And Korea struggling to get on the board.
Kim stops, pops. She's the captain, and Korea now on the board with that 3-pointer.
Nice high arcing 3-point shot.
She's a good player. She's a very, very good player. Obviously, people can play better too when you do have a star like Park Ji-soo. It opens up especially the guards around, and I think, we're seeing performances not quite at the ability that some of these Korean players can play at because they are missing Park as well.
Yeah, but this is the whole point of basketball. Injuries happen. People, we have a pregnancy for Bosnia and Herzegovina. It's Gajic.
Yep. And nice drive, and that foul is going to go against Jones. So a good job there by Yang attacking the basket.
And going back to Gajic, sorry, she's happily expecting her baby, but that's a big missing part.
She's a double-figure scorer for them.
Right.
She's been on this Bosnian team long before Jones arrived, working towards, getting Bosnia to that next level. And congratulations to her and her partner.
But
for a Bosnian basketball fan, they have to be missing her.
Yeah. But the same way Korea's missing Park. Players need to step up. Injuries happen, you know, pregnancies happen, but it's time to shine. And those minutes and points are on the floor for you to get.
Jones drives, kicks. Knesevic is wide open. She's a good shooter, and what a response by Bosnia and Herzegovina.
Great shot for her, and we asked where she is at, and she responds.
And Kim Danby has already made one, but that one's off the mark. Elise goes to work in the paint, but she can't score, so now Korea with an opportunity to run. And trailing three-point shot is nothing but net by Kang Lee-sul.
Well, a whole different three-point and shooting Korea team. I think we saw them at 4 from 19 at one point in their last game, but already they're on the sheet for 2 from 5 from the three-point line.
So Tavic nowhere to go. Good defense by Korea, and ball back to them. Oh, a couple of substitutions here. Delic is going to check into the game.
She also had a nice little game yesterday. She had 8 points.
And miscommunication, no one picked up Yang, but she missed, and ball back out for Korea. And another three-pointer by Kang Lee-sul. You said it, they haven't shot the ball well. This is a great start, and a steal, excuse me. We're looking at you. This is a great start for both these teams. This is a different kind of, I mean, you and I have covered them since game day one. They both look very determined right now.
And they know what's on the line. If they want to keep pushing and try and maybe get that last spot in this group, they have to win here because both teams have big losses, especially Korea losing 107 to 44. That kind of pushes them out of a chance, but they want to go with at least a win at this tournament.
Shot clock, and that's another travel going against Korea. Just picking up that pivot foot before putting the ball down.
Yeah. The referees are all over it. But clearly, Korea is a shooting team, right? And shooters shoot because they shot 19 threes their last game, and they're already put up 6 in this first quarter. Yes.
Delic penetrates, tough left-hand layup. Korea out and running. Kang's already hit 2, folks. Can she make it 3? Oh, and that one rims in and out.
They're not shy. We live and they die by the three-point shot. I don't know how I feel about that. What do you think when you see a lot of like
Asian teams?
Yeah.
Well, Japan, we see that with Japan, but they don't have the inside presence. They don't have tall basketball players, so
shoot that 3. Shoot that thing. Okay, here we go. Ball goes in, and a foul on Zhang In-jun.
Well, that's going to be the 4th team foul for Korea.
And still 4 minutes, 33 seconds. Quite a long time in fire. Bosnia and Herzegovina attacking the rim every possession.
And an offensive foul is going against Jonquil Jones. And if I'm not mistaken, that's her 2nd.
Let's see here. I think she just gets caught up and muscles her way. Smart, because that first defensive hook came from Korea.
Well, your best player for Bosnia and Herzegovina has 2 fouls. I would be surprised if she stays on. Let's listen to the timeout.
She's frustrated. Let's listen.
We need to shoot free throws and get easy buckets from down there from the paint. We are doing something which is not unnecessary. You can call one when JJs go down. We have a guard here, we have automatic isolation here. Second post will stay here on the elbow. If they trap her, we'll have pass here. If they help from there, okay? If they help from the help side, she'll pass it out over there. Listen, no, don't get rid of nervous. Get rid of nervous and play. Let's go.
Well, here is the highlight play by Park. A nice little kick out and lovely arcing shot. Nothing but net. And a lovely splash. Korea is filling the three-point line. They're 3 from 7 now, shooting 43% from the floor in just the first quarter. I'm worried if I am Bosnia and Herzegovina.
You said it. And you would imagine Korea right now somehow want to attack Jones. And nice ball movement. Park drives aggressively, tough shot, but it goes in. And you said the last game against China, you were frustrated that they were only shooting really from outside. That was a great take. Obviously, China are a lot taller than this Bosnian team. Oh, Knežević wide open underneath, and she makes that one count.
And that's the first time I've seen great ball movement. The double is clearly there. Jonquil Jones down, doubled. Good ball movement, and they get the reward. Easy 2.
Kim Danby, oh, she had a layup.
You see?
Park, step through, great left hand finish.
Nice little move there, yeah.
And a steal, and Park's off to the races. And she finishes that easy one. So a great change of momentum here by Korea as they lead with 3 minutes left, 14-16. Jones finds Tavic, extra pass to the corner is Delic, and her three-point shot. What a great response.
Yes, had her feet set, beautiful response, you're right. Here come Korea.
Well, we talked about it. Jones has those 3 fouls. And another tough take.
And a foul, though. And that's what I like. I like that for Korea. They can, and they were getting to the rim yesterday and decided to pull out. I don't know if they were scared of Hangshu, the tall 6'9", excuse me, big post players, the Twin Towers, we call them, don't we? Maybe they were afraid to get blocked. But you know what? What I like, what you need to remember, right, about getting blocked, it either goes out of bounds or it comes back down to you. People make such a big deal about getting blocked. Who cares?
It's just a shot attempt. You have an opportunity to get that rebound.
Calls a foul. And right now you see Jonquil Jones in 2 fouls.
Yep.
I think people get so worked up about a block shot. It either goes out of bounds and you get the ball back, or it sometimes comes back to you.
Jones, nice pass, but unfortunately, Delic is just not able to hold on to it.
Yeah, and a few back-to-back turnovers for Bosnia and Herzegovina. Just a little misunderstanding, but either way, 17-18. Here we go.
And backdoor cut. Great pass and nice finish by Kang Lee-soon. She has had a great first quarter already.
Yeah, she has. Good for her. She's got 10 points. First to be in double digits.
Tavic is blocked, and now another opportunity to extend their lead. Trailing is Park, and here three-point shot is nothing but net.
That's bad transition defense by Bosnia and Herzegovina. And Korea make them pay.
And again, I don't know why you bounce pass into Jones
and
when
Jones
she's being
says,
defended.
throw it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Jones says, throw it up, please.
Well, that shot's off, and another opportunity for them to run. And look at this, Azania. Talk about great speed, fast break execution.
We're back in a track meet. These teams are so fast.
Well, they threw it up that time, but Korea, that was Yang In-young, was able to get a hand on it. And I agree, I think you need to throw it up. You know, Jonquil Jones is 6'6".
Yeah.
And Yang is 6 foot. That's a half a foot difference.
Yeah, and there we saw the fast break as well. And maybe Korea and their scout saw China do that yesterday.
Knezovic drives, kicks it to Elise. We know she can shoot that. And good job there by her. I think it was in the first game I noticed, or the second game. She was open a few times.
And she didn't
with
shoot
passing
it. Yeah.
up shots, and then all of a sudden she started shooting it and making them.
Yeah.
Well, Park now wanting to try and post up the smaller Zombetta, and she does, but her shot's off. So now Bosnia have an opportunity to run the fast break, and unfortunately Jones's pass just too hard to catch for Nikolina Delic.
Yeah, that's...
Sorry, Angela Delic.
That's a tough pass and catch. I don't know, like a dart pass. Even if she caught it, it was pretty difficult.
It would be hard to go up.
Yeah.
So we see Jonquil Jones coming off. No surprise, good move there by Coach Goran Loyo. One defensive possession, you don't want to keep her in. And another travel, and I agree with that. She caught the ball and then hopped into her step.
That's the third travel we've seen for Korea now. So clearly what they do doesn't work.
Well, one shot for Bosnia. Delic finds Elise, and strong move off the mark, but, oh, Nikolina Delic there for the offensive rebound. Unfortunately, she got blocked by the backboard.
Yeah, but good rebound and extra possession.
So at the end of 10 minutes, we have a game, folks. Bosnia and Herzegovina 20, Korea 25. Well, I think this is the best basketball that we've seen both these teams play. What do you think?
Yeah, both these teams shooting 50% from the three-point line, and Korea shooting 71, 5 from 7, and no doubt those points are from fast breaks. Korea have turned it over those 7 times in that first quarter, and that's from all those travels, in my opinion.
Well, we talked about both these teams struggling in their first 2 games scoring. We're not seeing that struggle so much here tonight. Great shooting, especially in my opinion, well, great play from number 3 of Korea, Kang Lee-sul. She already has 12 points. She played that entire quarter, though. This is the 3rd game in 3 days. Is it possible for her to play 40 minutes?
She don't look tired, though. She is definitely a track star, because out in transition, she is gone. I need those legs, Shona.
Well, you know, you mentioned it during the first quarter. Bosnia passing the ball well and more people contributing, not relying on Jonquil Jones as much. And also Jonquil Jones is passing the ball a little bit more than we've seen. And it's better basketball.
Yeah, much better basketball from both these teams. And surprising, or maybe not. I was going to say surprising because this is game 3 and there should be tired legs. Or is it they're finally getting their groove and they're understanding what they need to do? Go ahead. Anyway, download the app for the courtside. 1891 for all the scores that keep you up to date. And we've already had a game earlier. USA beating China 77-63.
Well, second quarter action on the way here in Sydney, Australia. Korea up by 5. And a deep 3-point shot by Park, but an offensive rebound. So they'll get another chance to score. And that big first half by Kang, but she can't convert that one. And a good job hustling for the offensive rebound by number 13. Yep.
Good smiles from Korea. Coach likes it. Korea's working hard, and that might have been off Korea because we get to see it in slow-mo. She's missed that one, but we'll even out throughout the game. And here come Korea.
Well, they go inside again. Park, we saw her post up Zombetta the last time and it worked, but she kicks it out. Yang's shots off the mark. Jones with the defensive rebound.
And they have numbers here. Tavic puts a 3 up. Zombetta with a nice rebound and putback.
So a good job here. And look at this full court pressure by Tavic. And that foul, don't worry folks, is not, I don't think, gonna go against Jones. Yeah, so it was definitely gonna go against Angela Delic, I believe, number 25. So there you see her
pleading her case.
Yep.
Gets the soft touch. Coach likes it. Always nice to have a coach that claps and smiles for you. We've seen some coaches here that don't even crack a smile. We won't say who they are, but it's nice. She claps on, and so does the crowd. They love it.
Well, Zombetta trying to get something going here for Bosnia. And good defense by Korea. As Delic drives, misses. Jones fights for the rebound. And Tavic's shot is off. And another offensive board. And a missed shot. So good looks there by Bosnia, just not able to convert.
Yeah, and getting extra possessions. 3 and wide open. Good little layup there.
Yeah, great ball movement, nice pass. And that's Yang.
Yang, wide open.
Yep, and she has the tall order of trying to defend Jones. At least she's knocked one down and make that 2.
And nice, that really opens up the floor, especially when they're worried about Jones. She does have that shot often.
Yeah, exactly. They're kind of in that middle between a double. Yang, who had that huge first quarter. And Kim Danby's shots off. Another offensive rebound, though. So Kang will try again, and it's good.
Well, one's got to go in, right? They just shot 3 threes in a row. So clearly, they have the ultimate green light, and that is their offense. They're 5 from 13, and they shot 3 in a row, and one's got to go in if you try your luck.
Jones drives, and no, they're going to call an offensive foul. So that is her 3rd foul, Azania.
Oh, no.
Sorry, I just hit Azania.
Yeah. No. Oh, let's have a look at this.
That's a tough call. I mean, if you're Jonquil Jones, you can't be happy with that call. Coaches ask their players to attack the basket hard, and I believe that's what she did. Well, it looks like Coach Goran Loyo is leaving her in the game. Park, stop, pops, it's off. Jones needs to be careful. She needs to stay aggressive, but she really needs to be careful. And that time she draws the foul, but it's going to be on the floor, and it's going to go against Yang In-young. And obviously, Coach Goran Loyo, you can see him talking to the referee there. He wants an explanation.
And listen, if they lose Jonquil Jones, that's all of their offense right now. Jonquil Jones is sitting on 5 points, though.
And she's getting frustrated. And Speedy Gonzalez, Kang Lee Soon Sul all the way to the basket. She has played every minute this game, but you wouldn't even notice that.
No, but you know what? Who will is Korea's track stars and coaches, because honestly, she can try out for the Olympic Korean team, because wow, man, as soon as she gets that rebound, she is out. Anyway, a timeout, Bosnia, Herzegovina, let's listen in.
You are standing wrong, but the problem is in defense. They are making 3 offensive rebounds and shooting 3-pointers from the third attempt. They'll shoot from 8 meters, 7 meters. If you let them shoot like this, they will get self-confidence, they will score everything. And running transition, defensive transition. Hey, you will the foul, match up earlier.
Well, there you have it. Points from turnovers, 12. That's pretty much the game there. Turnovers, 9 for Bosnia-Herzegovina. And coach says, hey, they're going to shoot from deep and they're going to get out in transition. So here goes one of those beautiful, arcing, lovely spin on the shot. Nothing but net. And then here's from the turnover. Track meet, she's out racing and beating everyone down the floor. I don't want to go against her in a race. She can have it.
Well, you heard Coach Loyo, and look at that. Kang Lee Sul.
17 points already.
10 points over her average in the first 2 games. So they get it inside to Jones. She goes up. She's going to draw the foul and earn herself a trip to the free throw line. So you heard Coach Goran Loyo talk about how we need to get out and defend the outside shots, because every shot they make gives them more confidence. They've made 5, but so have Bosnia and Herzegovina, so they have to feel good about their offense as well.
Right.
If you look at their first 2 games.
Correct. And also they've shot more 3s than 2s this game. They've shot 13 3s and 11 2s. So they're shooting more 3s. So you've got to get out on the 3. You've got to run out, make them put it on the floor, second guess, and do something different.
Well, no surprise, they're going to go into the player of the game so far for me, and that's that woman. She kicks it out because they had to come double, and great extra pass leads to an open jump shot by Yang.
Yeah.
And it was all created by number 3, Kang Lee-soo, who has more or less half of Korea's points.
And they're moving the ball really nicely.
And another 3-point attempt by Bosnia is good, and that is Angela Delic. So both teams shooting incredibly well in this game, but you cannot leave that woman open. Well, they got lucky.
Yeah, they did. I held my breath on that one.
And Delic gets up in the air and turns the ball over, and now Kim Danby finds the hot hand. She just missed one, and she says, hold on, I need to catch my breath maybe.
Set a play here.
Kang drives on Tavic, spin move, left hand is off the mark though. Maybe she's getting a little tired.
Yep. About time she gets tired, because I'm tired watching her. She's played the whole first quarter and all of this.
Look at this spin move.
Nice.
Unfortunately, just not able to finish, but what a move by the star of the game.
Yep. She has 17 points so far. It's looking good. No wonder why coach hasn't subbed her out. She's got 17 points. You're staying in the game too.
I mean, until number 13, Yang hit that jump shot, she had half of her team's points. So Korea now, Coach Chung Jin-min wants to talk about it a little bit. Let's try and listen in.
자, 트랩 이제 JJ가 여기서 잡든 여기서 잡든 뒤에 있는 사람이 가. 아니, 앞으로 와라. 뒷선에 있는 사람아 무조건
There's that three-point shot by Delic. And we talked about it. Other players from Bosnia and Herzegovina need to step up. And that's what we're seeing. It's not just the Jonquel Jones show.
And we've seen Delic and Tavic also.
Elise with her 2 3-pointers.
Yes.
Well, they go straight into Jones. And now Tavic is trying to shake and bake, but can't find anything. Shot clock. And a foul call is going to be called on number 5, Park. And that's a tall task. I mean, we talked about number 13, Yang In-yong, with the 6-inch difference. And now you have Park trying to guard Jonquel Jones, who it says that she's listed at 6'1". I don't know if I believe that.
I don't believe that either. And Delic there takes a shot.
Park sets her feet, and that's off the back of the iron, but a rebounding foul. Yep, from this angle especially, it's gonna go against number 4, Yoon, who is getting some of her first minutes here for Korea.
And Deora will make her way down to the free throw line as Korea is over the limit for this next 4 minutes, 19 seconds. I would be super aggressive if I was Bosnia and Herzegovina, try and get something to the line. And you go to the free throw line every time.
Yeah, and I think on the other end, Bosnia and Herzegovina can be a little bit more aggressive themselves defensively. They only have 2 fouls in this quarter, just over 4 minutes to play.
I think they also need to just match up a bit better early in transition defense.
Kang gets it to Park. It's a tough matchup for Jones as well, having to defend all the way out. And I was going to say that's why you don't go for steals against one of the best players, but that shot was off the mark by Kang. Jones, little runner in the key, and that's why on her basketball resume, she was last year the WNBA MVP, right?
Yes, she was, and the Eurobasket MVP. She has many MVPs in her basket. That shot was so poised, just like that one, but good rebound.
Jones just made one. Little step back, and her shot's no good, but a hustle for the offensive rebounds ends up in the hands of Kim Danby. And high arcing shot is off the mark, but Park gets her own rebounds. And Kang Lee-sul has the green light here today.
Ultra green light. That puts her on 20 big points. Beautiful high arcing spinning shot, and they need to run her off the line.
And strong take by Tavic is not able to go in, but she earns herself 2 free throw attempts. And how about this? Kang Lee-sul, number 3 from Korea, has more than half of her team's points.
Yeah, she has, and she's done it all, really, and she's still in the game. She's played 17 minutes.
Yeah, she hasn't gone out.
Yeah, she hasn't gone out. And has she even broken a sweat? I'm sweating over here watching her go up and down. But Bosnia and Herzegovina is still in a good situation, only down 6 at the free throw line. And where I felt like all the momentum is really with Korea. They've missed a fair few free throws. They need to make these easy points count.
Well, Jones on the bench. Not sure we'll see her again this half, as she does have those 3 fouls. 2 big misses by Matea Tavic, though. Park to Park, and miscommunication leads to a wide open shot and no box out as the swooping Park comes in for the rebound. And look at this passing and cutting by Korea, and that's Yoon Yebin.
Yeah, beautiful basketball by Korea. But do you see what I mean? There's so much miscommunication. Korea are wide open on many possessions.
Jura, and nice little step through, and that's an easy layup. You can't miss at this level. Yoon hits the trailer, and Kim thought about it. Instead, Elise is going to be called for the foul.
I'm surprised she didn't shoot it. That's a three that you're wide open, and they don't shoot it, but the transition defense is really letting Bosnia down.
You know, they're good shooters, and they obviously want to shoot in transy, but right now, every time they've run offense, passed the ball, cut hard, they've found wide open shots.
Yep.
Park to Park, and tough left-handed layup is off the mark. So now Bosnia with a chance to cut into this lead going into halftime. Can they take advantage? Spin move, and gets her own rebound is Dumuzin. So good job there, staying with it. And now it's all about stops and makes on the other end for Bosnia to cut into this lead. Kang, tough layup.
Feeling it, Shona, I love it. She's in the zone. She's locked in. Every time she touches the ball, she's being aggressive and heading to the rim or shooting the three-point shot. Looks good to me too.
And Tavic nowhere to go. Good defense. Delic drives. Left-hand layup is off the mark, but Elise there for the offensive rebound. She goes up hard, and it's an and one.
Good job by her, sticking with it. Here we go, hustling for that rebound. Gets the defense off of her, and a nice little soft bunny around the rim.
Well, a good job there. Nice offense by Bosnia. Now they need to make this, and they don't. Well, they got to get back, and they need to get one defensive stop. The hot hand throws it into Park, and I thought it was going to be a turnover, and a little bit late call, and I think that's the frustration you're seeing. It did look like she jumped over the back. I think it was just a pause in the call from the referee. Let's take a look.
Not for me. I think that's a basketball play, both jumping up to hit that, but
it wasn't a great pass. I'm not sure Park would have been able to catch it either.
Yeah,
well,
and they caught, but either way, timeout.
Yep. Chung Zunmin obviously wants to draw up a last play here for Korea.
아니면 2대1을 해. 픽앤롤 정확하게 2대1 F할 때 찬스 난다고. 여기 스크린 이거 가려고 하다가 이거 여기서 이거 올라오라고. 이해하겠지? 또치 쪽도 마찬가지야. F에서 첫 번째 가고 나서 강수희 쪽에 올라오게 되면 이거 가지 말고 이거 올라와서 이거 보라고. 알겠지? 그다음에 이쪽이면 이거 팝아웃 대풀 잡아. 이거 아니면 더 잡아서 또 1대. 알겠지? 14초 다 써.
Well, there you have it, 22 points by Kang Hee-soo. She's out here balling. Resets her hair tie, says, hey,
and
I'm ready.
She has played 19 minutes. It'll be 20 minutes at the end of this quarter. Kim gets it to the hot hand. Penetration kick. Kim gets it back, and that's going to count at the end of the buzzer, excuse me. And Tavic is going to have to throw it up, and it was actually somewhat close. So after 2 quarters, we have a ball game, folks, and Korea leads Bosnia and Herzegovina 45-37. We talked about people needing to step up and score, and that's exactly what we have seen. And there's been some big-time plays this half.
Yeah, I would definitely agree with you, Shona. For me, Tavic and Ellis, there's been a bunch, because really, Jonquil Jones, as they're winning the rebounding game, Jonquil Jones is in foul trouble. She's on 3, she has 9 points, and then it's all about Kang, 22 points, and has played every single minute in the first half. So no doubt her legs aren't feeling tired at all. She's played 3 games. This is her 3rd game in a row. Wow, she looks good. But can the Bosnian Herzegovinian ladies go in timeout, have a cup of tea, and get ready for the second half, because they're going to need it. Best plays of the first half. It was all Kang out in transition as she points to her teammate and says, yep, thank you very much for making me look great. 22 points, Shona. Can Bosnia go into halftime and slow her down?
Well, we haven't seen a lot of smiles out of this Korean team in the first 2 games, and they are all smiles right now, having scored 45 points in the first half. They're only averaging 52.5 points in their first 2 games in this tournament. Obviously, they're going to break that. My question is, can they continue this hot shooting? And that woman right there, can she give it to them the rest of the game? She played 20 minutes. She played a phenomenal 20 minutes. Does she have enough left? We will find out shortly. It's a tall order. You talked about it. They could be on a track team, some of these players. But a 40-minute game, and being able to play at that high level, high intensity. The 3 fouls on Jonquil Jones
is big.
Is worrisome for me if I'm a Bosnian basketball fan.
Yep, and if I'm Korean, I'm attacking her every single time. Maybe frustrate her. They are sending a double every time she catches the ball. So that's obviously in their scout. But the scout for Bosnia-Herzegovina, for me, needs to get back in transition, and not only back quick, they need to match up quicker, because, you know, the Korea's getting good looks and wide open looks at that.
Yeah, what I like is that I think Jones's teammates are being more aggressive and looking for their shot. They're passing the ball a little bit better than they have in their first 2 games. And they're shooting the ball with more confidence. Do they have the skill to get that historic first win for Bosnia and Herzegovina? We'll find out right after halftime.
Who will you become when the moment arrives and you're carrying the expectations of an entire nation? Representing your people and their dreams, the colorful faces in the streets, the screaming fans in the stands. It's time to make your move. All eyes on you, all hope, all heart. Because when you win for all.
Imagine Jackson, eye on the block, ball stays high, good finish, Togo.
Well, they've done that well. All the bigs, we saw it with George earlier on, all the bigs, that high-low pass.
Nice, and what a play! Beautiful pass, and she finishes in contact.
Copper, little mixed speed use, finish in the lane.
She is a delight to watch today. She is just doing it at both ends, but just her athleticism and her quickness.
The
Anderson, nowhere to go, picked up her dribble, but who's there? Your favorite player, Tina Krajisnik, the captain.
Ooh, the block from behind.
She did
Shakira
not.
Austin.
And then running the floor and ending with a nice fast break layup, Benaja Laney.
The beloved Laney here in front of a quasi-home. Then Abdelkader with the rock. Behind the back pass, Van Loof, she hits this. It's going to the highlight reel.
Beautiful transition option. And Belgium prepared to take the early three, and why wouldn't you? Oh dear.
Tong Tong, nice pass to Li Meng. And that's a quick conversion. And now they are up double digits, 11 points. And Williams just goes hard to the basket, and that's gonna count, folks. So a three-point play opportunity for Gabby Williams.
And that's really nice. Here she goes through the legs, razzle-dazzle on the floor, takes the hit, and she says, yep, referee, count that thing.
Oh, nice.
And one, and she's on the board. She heard you talking up here, Andrew.
That's right.
She's not just a distributor and a point guard.
Well, that's right. She showed a little shake and bake there, and a little inside-outside move, and got the defense biting on it.
Tabbage, deep shot is good, folks. Goodness me, I thought, why did she shoot that 3.5 seconds? She knows why.
Why? Because it's going in. You better guard her. That keeps Bosnia and Herzegovina right where they need to be. Look at this. Sets her feet, puts it up with lots of time, and she says, yes to the gods.
Well, welcome back to the FIBA Women's Basketball World Cup, and what a game we have for you at halftime. Korea's top scorer. She has been on fire, almost half of her team's points. Kang Lee-sul, 22 points. She's been averaging 7 points per game in her first two games in this tournament, and she has been absolutely unstoppable, doing it from the three-point line, attacking the basket. Her team is finding her. My biggest concern, though, is she has played 20 minutes already. Does she have another 20 minutes in her at this high level and high intensity? Well, we'll definitely find out. I think a big concern for me is those three fouls on Jonquil Jones. And defensively, what does Bosnia and Herzegovina need to do to get up and defend her better? Well, I mentioned it earlier, we haven't seen a lot of smiles from Korea, but they have been all smiles this first half. And Jonquil Jones, 9 points today, averaging 16 points in her first two games. She has been sharing the ball a lot. She has got frustrated, though. We've seen an offensive foul go against her. She is talking to the refs. The coach is talking to the refs. They think she's getting fouled a lot more and deserves a lot more trips to the free throw line. This is the way we've seen referees call all games. They're letting a lot of contact happen, especially underneath the basket. And she has 3 fouls. There's 20 minutes left. They need her on the court to win.
Yeah, and if I'm Korea, I'm attacking her every single possession. Try and pick up that 4th foul. She needs to be smart. Maybe, I don't know, does it take her aggression away? That 1 foul was a drive and kind of got caught up So I think she'll be fine. She's been in probably that situation many times. And right now they can't afford for her to be on the bench as they're trying to search and get back into this game and win their first win.
And there you see some Korean fans out supporting their team, along with a lot of Bosnian fans here today and every day that Bosnia has played. So always great playing in front of your fans. My biggest question is, you and I saw Jonquel Jones in Bosnia and Herzegovina play last summer at the FIBA Women's Eurobasket event, where they had some big-time wins, gave themselves an opportunity to go to that FIBA World Cup qualification tournament that you were at in Osaka, Japan. Jones looks a little off compared to what we saw last summer and in February.
Well, you have to understand what she's been going through, right? She is a top player, as we get to see Korea's top player wave. She's got 22 points. Zhang, for me, you know, she's just landed probably under 48 hours ago, maybe 2-3 days ago. Is it 3 days? Yeah.
I think it was 3 days now, yeah.
3 days now. So she's probably on her 4th day. Jet lag's just managing to get over. She's had to come from a tough WNBA champions. She was in the finals. She sadly lost. And then she's probably asked to do way more than she has to do in Connecticut. There's multiple good players here. A lot goes through Jonquel Jones. She's having to double. She's having to get back. But I think that she's getting better results from Tavic.
Yeah.
You know, they're being more aggressive. Delic has started to look for her three-point shot. She's getting way more from this Bosnia and Herzegovina. And we spoke about at the top of the game, asking who's going to step up, who's going to give her more action, especially if she's got 3 fouls and she picks up a 4th. We've still got 20 minutes of basketball left. And the way this track meet is looking, this isn't a basketball game. This is a dead-out sprint. Korea versus Bosnia and Herzegovina. And if I'm going to put my money on someone, it's Korea to win that race every time.
What about the performance of number 15, Nicolina Elise, for Bosnia and Herzegovina? 18 points. We're seeing her range. She hasn't shot a lot in this tournament, and there she is right there. What perfect timing. 8 points, 2 for 2 from 3, 3 rebounds. She's had a great first half.
Yeah, and I think when you have Jonquel Jones bringing so much attention with that double, she's stretching the defense and she's sitting at the three-point line, and she's okay to let it go. It's in her repertoire and in her skill set to shoot it and make it. So she needs to do a bit more of that. We've seen her earlier on in games in this tournament pass up that shot, so it's good to see her shoot it.
And definitely for Korea, it has been the Kang Lee-sul show. Number 3 for them with that spectacular 22 points, almost half of her team's points. And, you know, you want to say they have a comfortable lead. It is only an 8-point lead, but someone else needs to step up for them. And I definitely think it could be, well, you know, they're looking at Yang In-young. She has 5 points. I think Kim Danby, their captain, number 23, is also capable of stepping up and taking some of that scoring pressure off of Kang in the second half.
Yeah, you're right. She needs to look for herself also. But I just think they play such great team basketball. I don't think they care who has the ball or who's scoring. I think they really do a great job moving the ball and finding the better shot. They give up the good shot for the great shot. And that's really impressive about this Korean team. And it's kind of disappointing that they haven't been this aggressive in other games.
Yeah, I agree with you. You know, you think, well, I mean, China is a very strong basketball team. We saw them earlier today against the USA. USA ended up winning that game, but China put up a big fight. They lost 63-77. So, you know, you look at the China score against Korea, and you kind of just want to chuck that one out. But I think against Belgium yesterday, they could have been a little bit more aggressive and pushed Belgium a little bit closer. They ended up losing, like you said, at the start of the game, 84-61. But I feel like they could have played better in their first 2 games as well.
Yeah, like I said, they drive and they kick. They drive and they kick. And a lot of the time, these players for Korea are fast. Their first step is incredible, and they're getting to the basket, and then they're, you know, giving up the easy layup. But go ahead, scan that QR code and download the World Cup FIBA app. I have it on my phone. Keeps me up to date with all the scores and all the latest games coming up.
Well, good evening and welcome back to the FIBA Women's Basketball World Cup here in Sydney, Australia. And they go straight into Jonquel Jones, and Bosnia and Herzegovina score. That is a good sign.
That is a good sign, and she can get that all the time. No double came, so get herself to the basket.
Kang had the hot hand in the first half. That shot is off the mark, though. And now Jones, we've seen her go coast to coast many times wearing the yellow jersey of Bosnia.
And why not? That's looking good for Jonquel Jones, mother of dragons. She's gone to the basket 2 times in a row, and it looks good back to back.
Well, Kang, she missed her first shot in the second half. We didn't see her miss first in the first half. And now look at that, passing and cutting, and that's Yoon Yibin, number 4 for Korea, getting the opportunity to start here in the second half.
And I spoke about that. They don't care who scores. I think they really play great team basketball and look for each other.
And we saw defensively big breakdown mistakes by Bosnia and Herzegovina in the first half. They're looking at the ball and they're forgetting where their player is.
Yeah.
And another backdoor is picked off by Knesevic, and now Tavic leading the break. And nice extra pass. Delic was open, and we know she can knock down threes like we've seen in the first half, though. Knesevic, tough left-hand layup. Plays on the rim, but is not able to fall. Yoon. Oh, what a block by Delic. And Tavic saves the ball, unfortunately saves it to Yoon. So they got away with an easy one there, and it's gonna be a kickball, so Bosnia will come up with the ball.
You never save the ball. That's like a coach's nightmare here. That should have been a foul. Nice block. They get the, she could have caught that, and you tapped it right back. You have,
or tap it the other way, right?
Yeah, really lucky to not get a score on your head.
Agreed. Jones shaking and baking. She draws 2, extra pass. It leaves. She hit 2 threes in the first half, and that shot is off, but I believe it's going to be a rebounding foul going against number 3, Kang. And that is just her first foul.
It's crazy because number 10, Kim, as soon as that shot went out, she was out to the races.
Look at this, 2 defenders from Korea go with Jones, and that leaves Delic wide open. And Delic now with the tall task, trying to guard Kang, but they're switching every time she comes off something. Her 3-point shot is good.
On fire, baby. I love it. She is in an absolute zone right now. That puts her on 25 big points, starting exactly where she left off. Here comes the double, and that is a foul.
Well, 2 quick fouls by Korea in this third quarter.
Yeah, and that on Hung Yi-bin. And for me, that's it. I think the patience there by Jonquel Jones here. She asks for the ball, and she just waits for the double, and then you need to pass. Obviously, there's the foul. It's a good idea.
It keeps the ball high, too. So Jones, 1-footer off the mark.
Better matching up there by Bosnia and Herzegovina.
And Kim Danby is going to take it at Jones. She kicks it out to Park. Park drives. And great passing and ball movement off the mark, but tipped out is the offensive rebound. And I was going to say, I'm surprised if that wasn't called an offensive foul, because we saw an offensive foul go against Jonquil Jones in the first half, which looked less like an offensive foul than that one did.
Yeah,
so it was a little bit of a late call, but a good call.
Yeah, but you know what? I was speaking to some referee friends, and she pushes off and maybe a little bit of a flail as well. They like to wait now. It's their new style of see what happens in the play. I don't like it in particular as a player. I obviously still play. It's a little, it makes the crowd and it makes the team frustrated, but it's what they're calling.
So Delic attacks, can't score though. And now they need to know where the shooter is, and it's that woman.
Oh, if I'm Kang, I'm letting that thing go. Here she goes.
She drives, and Park, her three-point shot is good, and they have not cooled off. You always worry about halftime cooling off a hot team, and that's not what we're seeing here from this Korean team.
At all. 7 points for Park now. Here goes Tavish. She misses.
And that would have brought the Korean fans to their feet had Yoon hit that three. Knežević drives all the way, and an easy layup for her.
Nice. And the timeout for Korea, well called, because you know what, Bosnia and Herzegovina are doing a really good job. The other 4 players are playing well off of Jonquil Jones. Somebody is going to be open. They're doubling Jonquil Jones every single time. Here, look, nice little drive, wide open. There's no help defense because they're worried about Jonquil Jones.
Yeah, we saw it on that inbounds play, which Delic was wide open. So let's try and listen into the timeout of Korea.
조금만 집중하면 된다고. 이렇게 자꾸 따라올 수 있는 빌미를 제공하면 나중에 힘들단 말이야. 무슨 말인지 알겠지? 조금만 더 집중하라고. 지금처럼 얘가 네가 지금 뒤에 있으면서 트랩 오잖아. 지금 얘가 JJ가 지금 자꾸 코너를 보지. 노리라고. 한 번쯤 노리라고.
Well, Azania, that might have been the most animated timeout we have seen Coach Chung Jin-min talk to her players.
Yeah, she was pointing and the voice went up. That's
and they're still up 8.
And they're still up 8, but nice little run from Bosnia and Herzegovina, and that's exactly what you want. You want the answer and the run. Park there, averaging 4.5. Today she's on 7. Nice little day for her at the office also.
Yeah, good job by Park Hae-jin. So Kang, who has been spectacular in this game, and the turnover is leading to a 2-on-1. Tavić passes to Jones and back to Tavić, and a great fast break basket by Bosnia.
Really nice work. Tavić saw Jonquil running the floor, and Jonquil rewards her right back.
And I think in the first 2 games, we would have seen Jones try and go up one-on-one, and this time, this is what I mean. She's passing a little bit more, and that foul is going to go against Nikolina Knežević. I like this, though. I prefer them picking up fouls like that. So here we see the great fast break.
Nice teamwork, and then the turnover. And that's probably the first fast break we've seen Bosnia-Herzegovina have this whole tournament.
And it started with their aggressive defense.
Right.
So clearly, I think Coach Goran Loyo at halftime, a big emphasis had to have been defense. Kim Danby goes all the way, and that basket's gonna count, and the foul is gonna go against Bosnia. So a chance for a 3-point play.
Yeah, foul here. She drove baseline strong, brings the help defense, and she just lands in her space. I think that's the right call, Delic. Do you know what also you need to admire is Shona, is Korea's passing. How crisp it is. It is dead on. Like, they pass with 2 hands. Just have a look.
You talked about that in their warm-up the other day. You said, look, Shona, how crisp their passing is.
Watch this on their offensive possession. Their chest passes are incredible.
Well, you talked about the passing. Passing leads to a wide-open three-point shot by Park Hee-jin. So now Coach Goran Loyo not too happy, and he wants to talk about it. And that has bloomed to a 12-point lead for Korea.
Yep, real quick. Look at this beautiful passing here, right in the pocket. And nothing but net splash for the Koreans. And timeout, Coach Loyo's seen enough. Let's listen in.
And it was downstream, JJ stuck to line. Match up the closest player in defensive transition. Match up the closest one and stop them all immediately. They will kill us with this transition. One-on-one here. One-on-one here. When it was 2-1. You are standing like this. Close the baseline. Force her in the middle. In the middle, you will get some help. If baseline is dead, we go to 2-1. Hey, keep moving. 15 more minutes. We need two really good defensive transitions like we have 2-on-1. Let's go.
Well, Coach Loyo talking about we need 2 consecutive good defensive stops in a row.
Yeah, and that's important right now, and that's a great timeout because Korea just started to take the momentum back. They are winning this quarter 14-10.
Now Bosnia, let's see what they can get out of that timeout. Elise to Delic. Her shot's off. Not bad offense.
No, good look. But they need to get back on defense. There's somebody wide open in the corner.
Park just hit 1 and make that 2, folks.
Beautiful passing, beautiful shooting, and terrible transition defense from Bosnia and Herzegovina.
And that's something Coach talked about in the timeout, specifically the transition defense.
Yep, and they call that foul, but you know what I mean? They're matching up. It's like 2 people are running to the ball. They're not being, look at this. She had an option in the corner as well, but she had obviously just made the one before it, so no worries, shoot that one.
And that's the thing, all 5 players on the floor right now for Korea are very capable of shooting threes. Well, they're trying to find Jones, and that's going to be a foul going against Kang.
And Kang's still in the game, Shona.
Just 3 points, a 3-pointer in this second half. And she hasn't had to shoot or score as much because there's a few of her teammates stepping up here in the second half.
Yep. And are we going to see a sub?
No, never.
Okay. No.
We still have 13 minutes left.
Oh, sorry. She said
she'll get a sub when the game is done.
Hey, and they're off tomorrow, aren't they?
They are off tomorrow, yes. So I'm sure her coach is saying, can you please just fight through 13 more minutes? But the thing is, when you get physically fatigued, it's not just fighting through the fatigue. With physical fatigue comes mental fatigue, and that's when you start making mistakes that you don't normally make, right?
Yeah, I would agree with you on that one. Check out the passing.
Or the back cutting, just the movement. Sheen gives it up to Park. Back to Sheen, and her drive and layup is no good. So now we have a 4-on-3 opportunity for Bosnia, and Knesevic hard to the basket. And again, I mentioned she scored a little bit more in this game, but she has not had a great tournament. But that woman has! Kang for another 3, and the fans and her teammates are celebrating, folks.
Kang is hot as fire. That's 28 big points. She hasn't come out of the game, and no wonder her coach hasn't subbed her. 28 points, incredible. First 3 quarters, really.
Tavic Her shot's off, and ball ends up in Jones's hands, and she does not miss that close to the basket.
Yeah, get out of her way. Good rebound by Jones. They're down 15 now.
And another three-point basket. That's her third of this quarter, and that's Park Hae-jin.
The thing is, Bosnia aren't switching on screens, and they're going under screens.
Tavic, her deep two is good.
And a good answer back. But their defense here, they have to, you know, show a hand and be able to change.
Kang, open. And you talked about the passing. They do not miss open teammates and an easy two-point basket. And she, folks, is having the game of her life.
Adjust is the word I'm looking for. Bosnia and Herzegovina needs to adjust in the game.
And an unsportsmanlike foul is immediately called on Jonquel Jones. Yep. And it is her fourth, and there's 9 minutes and 14 seconds left in this basketball game.
And they had a sub waiting for her to come in. So that is a little disappointing, but she's managed to get through that whole quarter without picking up that early fourth. And she can play in the fourth quarter with 4 fouls. But real quick, Shona is broken up to a
19.
Yeah.
Most likely 20, as Korea are excellent free throw shooters. So the captain, Kim Gambi, makes it 20-point lead for Korea. And this quarter, they have outscored Bosnia 27-15. And you hear Coach Goran Loyo talking about defense, talking about transition defense, get to your hands up. They have not done that. And look at that. That is a 4-point swing. And Korea are starting to taste their first ever World Cup win.
And they deserve it. They're playing fantastic.
And Tavic just trying to do a little bit too much. And Park comes up with the steal. And now Shin. And look at that. They could have shot that. Yep. But they said, we have the lead. Yep. They are very disciplined. We have the lead. Let's work the ball, make them defend, because we have, except there's a traveling call. And quite a few traveling calls we have seen. Referees discussing something here.
Yeah, Tavic, as she shot the ball there, she kind of high-fived her and slapped her in the face.
I think they're going to discuss if it's a foul after the play. So it was a travel, good call. And Tavic, she did throw an elbow, unfortunately.
It was more of a backhand.
Okay, we're checking any time possible act of violence.
Act of violence.
Now normal speed. And you go back. At the moment of the contact, just stop. Like that. Wait. Give me the number 2 and this one. This 2. And you go back. Normal speed. Again.
If you want an effective way to keep your fan base informed,
she just wide out though. So, she got it with the hand, so we got
on sportsmanlike foul on yellow 24 and blue 5 is shooting 2, and we got ball for blue. Can you confirm? Okay, we confirm UF on number yellow 24, yellow 6, yellow 5, no, blue 6, 5 is a shooter. Yes. We got on sportsmanlike foul, yellow 2-4. We got 2 shots plus the ball.
Well, we heard
explanation.
We definitely heard the explanation, and more than anything, I don't think it was a bad call by the referees, and the advantage is they get to go watch it in slow motion over and over and take their time deciding if it really was. I think they described it as an act of violence, and it wasn't really a basketball play. And I think it's just a little bit of frustration on that woman's part right there, Mateja Tavic.
I would have to agree with you. She kind of just did a backhand to her face, and Korea sold it. Pak said, oh, referee, she just slapped me. So they do have the option to go look, and they did.
And now you talk about the passing by Korea, and that's what we see. And tough pass is caught, though. Almost a turnover, but the shot clock is winding down. We've already seen Tavic hit a long shot in this tournament, but that one does not go in. So Korea with a big lead, 52-76 over Bosnia and Herzegovina.
Well, I thought 19 threes was a lot. Korea shot 19 threes in their China versus the other day, and today they've shot 26 threes.
Why wouldn't you?
Yeah, and they're 12 from 26. They're shooting 46%. They are hot from the three-point line, and I guarantee you in these best plays, a lot of them will be the three-point shot. Obviously, they love the three-point line, and when it's good to you, it's great.
Well, we saw number 3, Kang Lee-sul, with that amazing first half. She stayed hot. She only had 8 points in that quarter, but she has 30 points. But for me, it was her teammates, especially number 7, Park Hae-jin. She now also has 16 points. She was spectacular. We saw her hit back-to-back threes. And the thing is, yeah, there you see her right now. When they hit three-point shots, every single one of them is a swish. Like, there's no mistaking that ball was going in.
And I think it's to do with the passing also, Shona. They pass so perfect in the shooting pocket, and Kang is just on one. She's got 30 points, and she looks good. And guess what? She's out here in the fourth quarter. So go ahead, scan your QR code to get the court side updated scores and games coming up for the rest of the day.
Well, we have 10 minutes left. Can Bosnia and Herzegovina dig down and pull off what could probably be one of the biggest comebacks at the FIBA Women's Basketball World Cup? We will find out in 10 minutes. Park with that big third quarter. She drives, stops, pivots, kicks, and that shot's well off. We see Jones back in the game. She does have 4 fouls, though, and that's a quick turnover for Bosnia.
Yeah, very quick. And then we see another turnover from Jones, throwing that dart pass. But also, Jones has taken it on herself to guard Kang, who's obviously 30 points deep right now. I don't know if that's a good idea or not. They've switched her back. See what I mean? If she's matched up with the high-scoring Kang, and she's on 4 fouls. I don't know if that's a good idea, but who am I?
Well, nice passing. And they go into a mismatch is Jinan, who hasn't played big minutes for Korea in this game. Yeah, she's only played 1 minute, and she has been averaging 17 minutes for them, for Korea, in the first 2 games.
Yeah, but for me, I'm emptying out my bench. I'm getting Kang out, I'm getting all my starters out, and I'm really giving the last, 10 to 6 players minutes because it's important. This is a long tournament.
This is it's a short tournament, but a lot of games.
Yes, sorry.
And you said it, so we do know, and Jones says finally.
And she wants a foul, and maybe she's right about that, but here, guess who's taking the 3? It's Kang! On the money. She is hot as fire, ladies and gentlemen. Wow, she's incredible.
And Azania, how do you have a mental breakdown on defense after you made a basket like that? You need to know where the best shooter is on the floor at all times.
All times.
Well, they go inside to Jones. She dribbles and makes it, and again, she wants a foul, and she's gonna have to watch her expressions and maybe some words that are coming out around the referees, because you would hate for her to pick up her 5th foul. And nice defense is Domazin, and she is out to the racetracks, and that's an easy 2 points for her.
A nice steal by her.
And another turnover by Korea, very uncharacteristic, and Zombetta almost turns it over, but she gets it to Jones. So now Korea are going to call a timeout because Coach Chung Sunmin is not happy with what she sees in the first 2 minutes of this quarter.
Yeah, they're up 20, so they call a timeout, but still momentum, a little swing here. 2 steals, and JJ has seen the ball go through the net. She now sits on 21 points.
다시 흐름을 우리 쪽으로 가져와야 된다고. 흐름을 내주지 마. 한번 무너지면 우리가 감당이 안 돼. 나중에 신장이 자꾸 재공권장하게 안 되기 때문에. 무슨 말인지 알겠지? 지금부터 수비 다시 하고 공격! 자신 있게 움직여!
Well, Korea, we're all smiles at the end of the third, and trust me, there was no smiles on Coach Chung Sunmin's face in that one. And so Jonquil Jones today, 21 points, 16 averaging, and 9 boards. So she is 1 board away from a double-double. She has definitely played better every game this tournament has gone on, but I don't know if she has enough in it to be able to pull off this upset. And again, the passing and movement by Korea. Talk about textbook. If there's some young fans watching this game, please take note on how you continue to move and cut. Tough shot for Jones. Nice rebound by Delic, though. So Zombetta, who hasn't played a lot, has been very quiet in this tournament as well. Delic, spin, fake. And look at that, a turnover. And we talked about get back defense.
That was much better.
That was. Park, shots off, fight for the rebound. And now another opportunity to cut into this lead, but not when you do that. I get the idea, it was a good high-low idea, but you have to know that they know it's going into Jones as well.
Yeah, and she just rushed that. There's a perfect time and opportunity. I see what they're trying to do. They're trying to get the high-low to the hot hand Jones.
And she's been feeling it. We haven't seen a shot of hers touch anything but the mesh. Oh, Zombetta had a little reverse layup. Tough take is blocked by Kim Danby. And shot clock, though, it didn't hit the rim, so it's only at 8. And almost a travel there by Zombetta. And Domuzin has to put it up, and she gets her own rebound.
Wow, good job by her.
And look at this, the player of the game with the steal and the easy bucket.
Incredible work, effort. Oh my gosh. I need to give her a high five. Guess what? Because I get to see her in the press conference. Because incredible.
Think it's gonna be her?
Yeah, it better be her. I'm gonna be upset if she doesn't come and talk to me and get her high five. Great steal, good speed, and a lovely finish. She's on 35 big points.
Odavde pas, kopski ofenzivni skok I odavde izbaci pas, džometom, moraš krenuti na loptu. Pa idu, znači, dug je pas bio previše da ga ne presjeku. Kreni na loptu. Nema sad potrebe, ajmo, nema potrebe za trku. Kad odbranimo, onda dobra tranzicija. Ako odbranimo, ajde zavrtite, daj onaj španski pik za džepu, glava nek ide za džepu.
Well, I think that is a great stat. 20 points over turnovers for Korea. 20 points off of turnovers. That is pretty much the game. Right now, they're up 24 points. You take away those turnover points, and you're in the game.
Well, 17 turnovers for Bosnia. And Kang Lee-sul, 35 points, 7 rebounds, 4 assists, and 3 steals.
I love it. I love it. She's been amazing.
Zambetta. And look at this, Kang almost comes up with another rebound. Another steal, excuse me. Elise, she has a height advantage, but she kicks it back out. Shot clock is almost at 0, and they had to throw it up. So now Korea, they're up 24.
Check the passing, Shona.
I just think this Bosnian team, I mean, we know it's they're at their first World Cup, you know, and it's different. You know, the level of basketball compared to Eurobaskets that they have participated in and things like that, it is a higher level of basketball. And I think you're seeing that here by, you know, an inexperienced, good job there by Elise, an inexperienced Bosnian team for competing at this level.
Yeah, but the only way your nation gets better is to play at these type of competitions. I'm not sure when we'll see them back here, but to be able to be at this level, you're playing the top teams in the world, and you like to see where you're at, you know?
Park. She had a few of those, but that one was that was an untypical shot. You don't see them airball the ball often, this Korean team. And another miss by Bosnia, and you felt at the start of the third quarter that they were going to be able to fight back in it, and then all of a sudden...
I didn't think.
You didn't?
Yeah, they've got way too much energy in the tank. The Koreans look good, look, back cuts, everything too easy, too simple, and it's too hard to guard, in my opinion. They're really, really disciplined. They play together as a team, and that's 11 points for Park.
Well, Kim Danby misses an easy one, and talk about defensive breakdowns. We have seen it all game long from Bosnia.
Yeah, constant, but it's the constant moving from Korea, in my opinion. They're such good back cutters. They play for each other as a nice better chokes that layup. They're constantly moving for each other. They're spacing, their passing is good. And it's disappointing that they haven't done better in their first 2 games.
And you can talk about nice passing again and finish there from Kang to Park. You can talk about that first game for Bosnia against Puerto Rico. They lost 58-82. And remember, Puerto Rico shot 82% in the first half. Tonight, they have allowed Korea to shoot over 40% from 3. over 55% from the two-point range, 58 to be exact. So at some point you could say, oh, well, you know, teams are hot against us. Maybe it's your defense.
Yeah.
And Kang, who is still in the game, Zania, earns herself a trip to the free throw line. You said it, they are off tomorrow.
She's played the whole game.
I think she could deserve a little bit of a breather, but
she needs more than a breather.
I think it's going to happen.
She needs a drink. She needs balloons. She needs it all, because to play the whole game, I don't think in my entire life I've played the whole game.
Party poppers?
Party poppers. We need it all. Confetti needs to fall down from the ceiling for her, because she's played very, very, very well. And guess what? Finally, her sub has come for her. She's at the
maybe she'll miss if she stays in.
Can you imagine? I would. No, I'm kidding. She makes the first, and if she makes this, and that fan is definitely happy and smiles, and if she makes the second, she'll finally, there it is. We'll clap for her. Beautiful job. She finally gets her sub with 2 minutes and 30 left on
you
the
see
game
the
clock.
fans behind the Korean bench. They are giving her a standing ovation, and it is well-deserved, folks. Diura, who we have not seen a lot in the second half, just turns the ball over. And now some of the younger players, less experienced players for Korea, getting an opportunity to play, and that was Hyo, who just put up the shot, but they fought for the offensive rebound, and that's Shin Ji-yeon will get her first 2 points of the game. And same intensity and movement defensively by Korea, and Yura is able to come off and knock that one down, and that's only her first made basket of the game. She has a free throw, but that was her first basket. And this is the captain. And nice little post move there by Yang.
Nice little move. Turnaround jumper and a foul on where are you? Yeun. Foul. And are we going to say Korea's going to hit 100 or no?
Well, the way that they can shoot the three ball,
are you giving it to them?
Is possible.
Yes or no?
No.
No.
Beta. And she drives, passes inside though, and not able to finish is Markovic, getting some minutes late in this game. Shin, nice little pass to Yang, and they don't miss when they're open and have their feet set often, folks.
Nope. And yet again, still playing, even this is their five that's been sitting on the bench pretty much the whole game, looking just as good as the first five.
And that's a long shot off the mark by Ikanovic. And the hustle, but the turnover. And that's going to be rewarded as a blocked shot for Yang, but ball will stay Bosnia's possession. And nice passing. Oh, missed opportunity was Ikanovic. She was wide open underneath the basket, but passed it out, and Zombetta is fouled.
Okay, Zombetta posting up down low. Got your smallest player posting up. Here we're at 5'6".
But she's also going against number 2.
Who's 5'6".
Yeah. Oh, she looks even a little bit shorter than 5'6". Well, they're gonna run out the clock. There is the game clock is ahead of the shot clock. And they did shoot. They get the offensive rebound. Lee says, I can shoot. I don't play a whole lot, but I can shoot as well. So her first shot attempt is going to give her 3 points. So Lee So-hee, in 2 minutes of play, gets 3 points.
Yeah,
well,
and
what a game by Korea. 99-66, and it was all second half and all smiles by those women.
And maybe they do shoot that last three just because their big deficit loss, 107-44 to China. So it's important that you score as much as you can in this tournament. So that's why they put up that three, and they put up 99 points against Bosnia. Claps and smiles, and there we see it. Korea shoots 41% from the three-point line, 14 from 34. They shoot a lot of threes, and Bosnia wins the rebounding game 41-35, and the steals 14-5. And wow, Korea were out the gates as soon as they stole that ball, and they were incredible today. And Jones with 21, and then our girl Kang, 37. Big points, and I loved it. And I enjoyed how she scored those 37 points. They were different styles. She shot the three, she drove, she had some backdoor cuts, she had some cuts. She looked really good, and she played 37 minutes of this game. She better ice.
37 and a half, I believe. She only went out at the end after her free throw. And you said it. It was how she scored, and she scored in many different ways. She was very difficult to guard today. And we saw some big defensive breakdown mistakes by Bosnia and Herzegovina, and they just, it was a fight in the first half. They were down, but they could not defend Korea in the second half. Korea in the second half ended up with 54 points. You are not going to win at this level letting a team score 54 points in one half.
No, you're so right, and they really broke down defensively in the transition. Korea managed to find wide open shots, and you know they love the three-point shot, and they did not run them off the three-point line, not one time. So Korea looked very, very good, and I'm happy for them to get their first win in this tournament.
I agree with you, and we do know that, well, you don't say over until it is officially over, but Bosnia have definitely made it difficult for themselves. They do need to, so this was their third game in 3 days. They look tired. I think that day off is going to be very, very beneficial for them. But guess what? They have to play Belgium,
who's not
exactly.
easy.
And then they play the USA. We know that Korea will also enjoy their day off. They play the USA and then Puerto Rico. So Korea could end up with a win over Puerto Rico. That is going to be the game, I think, to decide the fourth place finish in Group A.
That's
and a possible
exciting.
ticket to the quarterfinals.
That's exciting, and if Korea run and score like that, they have a chance.
So a big congratulations to Korea tonight, and there are the results. USA over China, 77-63. A big win for Korea, 99-66 for Bosnia and Herzegovina. And up next, we have Belgium and Puerto Rico. So those are the Group A standings. The USA are in first, China in second, Korea now in third, Belgium in fourth, Puerto Rico and Bosnia round out the group. Well, the day is not finished. There's a game coming up after. It's Puerto Rico and Belgium. Puerto Rico looking for their second win in this tournament. Can they knock off a powerful Belgium team? Don't go far and for long. Thank you for joining in, and good night.
Da, provjeravaju mikrofon ovdje neki da li radi.